Hi guys, Mark Wood here, Director of Instruction at Chichester Golf Academy and also World's Best Golf Destinations, and welcome to another video. And in today's video I want to talk to you about fairway woods and how we can stop topping the fairway woods. Quite often I get asked, I hit my irons great, I hit my driver great, but quite often I get a fairway wood in my hand and I just end up topping the golf ball. What am I doing wrong? Now there's two or three main reasons as to why you would top your fairway woods. The first reason is where the arms just collapse up into the body. As you're coming into impact, the arms are collapsing up in towards the body, so you're effectively pulling your hands and the grip up towards your sternum as you're coming into the strike, and that's lifting the swing arc away from the ground. And when you do that, the sole of the club catches the top of the ball, and that's when you get your top shot. The second reason is where the weight stays too much on the back foot, and quite often that's the case because you look down at the club and you see there's not an awful lot of loft on that club head, and because there's not a lot of loft on that club head, it's very easy to get into the mindset of, right, I've got to start to lean back in the downswing to try and lift that ball up in the air. Now as soon as you start leaning back on it, the bottom of the swing arc happens miles behind the golf ball, so then by the time the club gets towards the ball, the arc again is moving up away from the ground, hence the sole of the club catches the top of the ball and you hit that top shot along the ground again. Now there is a third reason, that can be sort of just as simple as ball position in the stance. Sometimes people will position the ball too far forward in the stance, and again, if you position the ball too far forward in the stance, almost opposite the left heel where the driver would be, again the bottom of the swing arc is happening prior to the golf ball, and then from there the club is coming up, hence you get the sole of the club catching the top of the ball, and again you get your top shot. Or quite simple, you have the ball too much in the middle of the stance, and again when the ball's too much in the middle of the stance, that can create a steep angle of attack coming down, and the weight goes onto that back foot, and again you start to create your top shot. So where's the ideal place for the ball position for your fairway woods? Well, with this, what I like to see is I like to see the ball position about 2 balls inside the left heel. So your driver is going to be right opposite the left heel, and then the fairway woods about 2 balls inside the left heel, and then your irons are played just slightly to the left of centre. So that's the key thing with the ball position and the stance. Now if we start to take a look at the swing issues that can cause a top shot, so remember the first one I said about the arms bending up towards the body. Now quite often that one comes from a too steep a downswing plane, okay, and when we start talking about the downswing plane, this is where the club pitches too much out in front of the body on the way down, and when the club pitches too much out in front of the body on the way down, it creates a steep angle of attack. And because you create a steep angle of attack, you're either going to do two things. You're either going to plough the club head into the ground before the ball, or the second thing is you pull the arms up away from the golf ball, and again that brings the swing arc too much up away from the ground, and therefore you end up getting your top shot. So what I'd like to see is I'd like to see the club swing on a more shallow path around the body. So this would be steep, this would be too flat. What I'd like to see is somewhere in between, so it's a fairly shallow golf swing. So a great way to start to practice where you're going to get the low point of the swing, the bottom of the swing arc, is just take a few small swings, keeping that swing fairly shallow and just brushing the ground, getting a feel for where that low point of the swing is going to be happening. So the low point of the swing is just happening slightly in front of the ball, so we want the angle of attack to be marginally down with the fairway wood. So it's a marginal downward angle of attack. We're not hitting up with the fairway woods. So it's just a great way for you to start to get a feel for that. A nice easy swing, keep it fairly shallow, keep the club moving around the body, and when you do that, when you keep the swing fairly shallow, you'll find that you can start to extend the arms out in front of the body. There's going to be none of this arms breaking up into the body and coming through here. So nice and shallow, keep the arms extending out in front of you, and that'll give you the key for where the low point of the swing needs to be. Let's go ahead and hit one for you. So good setup, and I'm going to try and make sure that I keep it nice and shallow, got the ball position in the right place, and that's absolutely perfect. Just drawing up into the left side of the green there. Perfect. Gone a little bit too long, just over the back of the green. But I hope this little video tip helps you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also don't forget to post your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's completely free and I really appreciate your support. Many thanks for watching.